You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. What if I told you that everything standing between you and the calm, confident life you want is simply your mindset? No fancy tools, no magic tricks, just the way you choose to see and respond to the world. Imagine carrying a steady calm no matter what chaos erupts around you. Imagine walking into every room knowing that confidence isn't about what others think, but about the fortress you've built inside yourself. This isn't some vague pep talk. It's the heart of Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that's helped warriors, leaders, and everyday people master their minds and find unshakable peace. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by stress, doubt, or uncertainty, this video is your guide to breaking free. Stay with me till the end because I'm going to share powerful Stoic strategies that will change how you handle life's toughest moments. These aren't just ideas to admire. They're tools you can start using right now to build your calm, boost your confidence, and take control of your life. Ready to make your mindset everything? Let's dive in. Number 1, control your thoughts. Don't let them control you. Let's talk about something that's the foundation of everything you do, your thoughts. The idea is simple but powerful. You control your thoughts. Don't let them control you. It sounds straightforward, but it's one of the hardest things to actually master. Why? Because your mind is a wild place, constantly buzzing with ideas, worries, hopes, and fears. But here's the truth that Stoics knew centuries ago. Your power lies in how you respond to those thoughts, not in stopping them altogether. Said it perfectly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This means the world throws countless things at you, but your mindset is the shield and sword you wield. You can't always control what pops into your head, but you can choose what to nurture, what to fight, and what to let go. So how do you do this? First, recognize your thoughts for what they are, just thoughts. They're not facts, they're not commands. They're like clouds drifting through the sky of your mind. Some are dark and heavy, others are light and fleeting. When a negative thought arrives, don't immediately believe it or let it steer your mood. Pause, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Is it worth my energy? If the answer is no, then let it pass. Don't cling to it. Don't feed it. This takes practice. You need to build muscle memory for mental discipline. Start by catching yourself when you spiral into what-ifs or self-doubt. Instead of running with those thoughts, step back mentally and label them. That's a worry. Or, that's just fear talking. Numbing thoughts like this creates a small but powerful gap between you and the automatic reaction. Here's a simple exercise you can try right now. For 5 minutes a day, sit quietly and observe your thoughts without judgment. Watch them float by like leaves on a stream. Don't chase or push anything away. Just watch. This isn't about controlling your thoughts directly, but about training yourself to notice them without getting hooked. Another powerful tool is to rewrite the story your mind tells. When you catch a negative or anxious thought, consciously replace it with a Stoic truth. For example, if your mind says, "I can't handle this," counter it with, "I have handled difficulties before, and I will handle this too." This isn't blind optimism. It's a grounded reminder that your strength isn't in avoiding challenges, but in facing them calmly. Remember Epictetus's wisdom. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your thoughts set the stage for your reactions. If you learn to steer your thoughts with calm and clarity, your emotions and actions will follow. You have to make this a habit. It's not a one-time fix, but a lifestyle. Daily, you get to choose. Will you be a passenger on the wild train of your thoughts, or will you be the driver, calmly steering toward confidence and peace? So start today. Catch a wandering thought, question it, calm yourself with deep breaths, replace negativity with strength. Your mindset is your most valuable asset. Guard it fiercely, control it patiently, and watch how your calm confidence becomes unshakable. The power is yours, take it. Number 2, focus only on what's within your power. Your mindset is everything, especially when it comes to staying calm and confident. And one of the most powerful lessons from Stoicism that you can adopt right now is this: focus only on what's within your power. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's a practical approach that transforms how you handle stress, pressure, and uncertainty. Think about it. How often do you get tangled up in worries about things you can't control? The past, other people's opinions, unexpected events, all of these can steal your peace of mind if you let them. But here's the Stoic truth from Epictetus himself. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your power lies in your reactions, your choices, your attitude. That's it. That's all you truly control. So what if you shifted your focus right now? What if you stopped wasting mental energy on things outside your control and instead zeroed in on what you can influence? Your thoughts, your actions, your mindset. This shift isn't easy at first. Your brain loves to dwell on the uncontrollable because it's a habit. But with practice, you can train yourself to be the calm eye in the storm. Start small. When you feel overwhelmed or anxious, pause, ask yourself, is this within my power? If the answer is no, remind yourself that stressing about it won't help. Let it go. This is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is fine. It's about redirecting your focus where it matters most. Here's a practical exercise. Every morning, write down 3 things you can control today. Maybe it's your attitude in a meeting, how you respond to a difficult email, or simply choosing to breathe deeply when frustration rises. When challenges hit during the day, come back to this list. It's your anchor, your reminder to keep your mind where your power lies. Remember the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. That strength is your calm confidence. When you focus on what's in your control, you become unshakable because external chaos doesn't dictate your inner state. This mindset doesn't just make you more resilient, it makes you wiser. You start to see clearly what deserves your energy and what doesn't. You conserve your mental power for meaningful action, not wasted worry. So commit to this practice today. Choose to master your focus, protect your peace, and watch your confidence grow as you realize that the true source of your strength has always been within you. Take action now. When faced with any challenge, pause, breathe, ask yourself, what can I control here? Then act on that. This simple habit will transform your mindset and anchor your calm. Your mindset is everything. Focus it where it counts. Stay calm, stay confident. Your power is yours, claim it. Number 3, accept uncertainty with calmness and resilience. Let's talk about something that's at the core of your mental strength, accepting uncertainty with calmness and resilience. Life, by nature, is unpredictable. You cannot control every twist and turn, no matter how hard you try. But here's the thing, your power lies not in trying to predict or control the future, but in how you respond to it. The Stoics knew this well, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This is not just a comforting thought, it's a call to action. When uncertainty shows up, as it always will, your first instinct might be to panic or resist. That's natural, but resist the urge. Instead, cultivate calmness. How? Start by shifting your focus inward. Notice your breath. Slow it down. Deep breaths calm the nervous system and create space for rational thought. You're not denying the uncertainty. You're simply not letting it control you. Next, build resilience by accepting uncertainty as part of the journey, not an enemy. Say to yourself, I can't control what happens, but I can control how I respond. Repeat this until it's not just words but your reality. This mindset is like armor. It won't stop storms, but it will keep you steady in the eye of them. One practical exercise you can try is daily reflection. Each evening, ask yourself, what uncertainties did I face today? How did I respond? Could I have stayed calmer? This reflection trains your mind to spot moments of anxiety and replace them with acceptance and resilience. Over time, you'll notice a shift. The unknown becomes less threatening. You become less reactive. Another tool is journaling. Write down your fears about the future, then challenge them. Ask, what's truly within my control? By putting thoughts on paper, you distance yourself from emotional overwhelm and gain clarity. You start to see that many worries are just stories your mind tells, not facts to fear. Remember Epictetus's wisdom. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This means your mindset can transform chaos into calm, but it requires practice. You need to train your mind like a muscle. Calmness and resilience are habits, not traits you're born with. So today, decide this. When uncertainty knocks, you will answer with calm. When challenges come, you will respond with resilience. The world will always throw curveballs. That's a given. But your mindset, that is yours to shape moment by moment. Start now, take a breath. Accept the unknown. Stand firm, because your mindset is everything, and with it, you become unstoppable. Number 4, practice self-discipline to build inner confidence. When it comes to staying calm and confident, your mindset is the foundation, and self-discipline is the bedrock of that mindset. You see, self-discipline isn't just about forcing yourself to do unpleasant tasks or resisting fleeting temptations. It's the steady commitment to mastering your impulses, your thoughts, and your actions. And through this mastery, you build a reservoir of inner confidence that no external circumstance can shake. The Stoics were clear. No man is free who is not master of himself. Reminded us that true freedom comes from controlling your own mind, not the world around you. When you practice self-discipline, you take back that control. You stop being a slave to your moods, your cravings, or external validation. Instead, you become the calm in the storm, the unmovable force. So how does self-discipline translate to inner confidence? Confidence born from discipline is quiet but unshakable. It doesn't demand attention or approval. It simply knows its own strength. You don't need to prove yourself to others because you've already proven it to yourself. This is the kind of confidence that holds steady even when chaos rages around you. To build this, start small, but start today. Pick one area in your life where you can exercise discipline. Maybe it's your morning routine, your focus during work, or the way you manage your emotions. Commit to it, not for a day or two, but consistently. When you say no to distractions or yes to what matters, you're training your mind to trust itself. That trust is the seed of confidence. Here's a practical exercise. Every morning, decide on one small action you will take purely because it's the right thing to do, not because it's easy or enjoyable. It could be as simple as sitting quietly for 5 minutes before the day begins or completing a task you've been putting off. When you do this, pause and recognize your effort. Feel the power in your choice. This simple act, done daily, rewires your mind to be disciplined and confident. Another key practice is to observe your impulses without immediately acting on them. The Stoic Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." When an impulse to react, angrily, fearfully, or impulsively, arises, don't run from it. Instead, take a moment, breathe, and decide deliberately. This pause is your discipline in action. It reminds you that you are the captain of your mind, not a passenger. Remember, self-discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about showing up for yourself again and again, even when motivation dips. Over time, this repeated effort builds a foundation so solid that confidence isn't just a feeling but a fact. So right now, commit yourself to this journey. Embrace self-discipline as your daily practice, because when you master yourself, you unlock a calm confidence that no storm can erode. As Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Your mindset is everything, and self-discipline is your path to becoming who you truly want to be. Number 5. Detach from external validation and opinions. Your mindset truly is everything. If you want to stay calm and confident no matter what life throws your way, one of the most powerful shifts you can make is to detach yourself from external validation and the opinions of others. It's not just about ignoring what people say. It's about reclaiming your own power to define your worth and your peace. Think about this. How often do you find your mood, your confidence, or even your self-worth tied to what others think of you? That's a trap. One of the greatest Stoics reminds us, if someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth by which no one was ever truly harmed. Notice the focus here is not on pleasing others but on your own judgment and truth. Your value comes from within, not from applause or criticism. Here's the thing, you can't control what others think. You can't make someone admire you, approve of you, or even like you. What you can control is your response, your interpretation, and your commitment to your own principles. So why give away your power to the unpredictable tides of public opinion? Let this be your daily practice. When you catch yourself craving approval or worrying about judgment, pause, take a deep breath. Remind yourself, my calm, my confidence, my sense of self do not depend on others' voices. Feel that internal grounding. This is your center, the part no one else can shake unless you let them. Try this exercise to strengthen your detachment. For one day, observe your reactions when you seek validation. Each time you notice it, write down what triggered it. Was it a social media like, a comment, a look from someone? Then ask yourself, is this moment worth sacrificing my peace? Does this opinion hold the key to my happiness? Most likely it doesn't. Over time, you'll start seeing those moments for what they are, fleeting external noise. You'll realize your true confidence comes from within, from knowing you are living by your values and making choices aligned with your principles. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. When you embody your values, the need for external validation fades because you're already whole. Remember, confidence rooted in external validation is like a house built on sand. It collapses at the slightest breeze. But when your confidence comes from a calm, unshakable place inside you, it stands firm through any storm. So take control of your mindset today. Detach from the opinions you can't change. Build your self-worth on your own terms. Practice grounding yourself in your values and truth. This is the path to staying calm, confident, and truly free. Your mindset is everything. Own it. Remember, your mindset shapes your reality. When you choose calm over chaos and confidence over doubt, you take control, not of the world, but of how you respond to it. As said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. So don't just watch this video, live it. Keep practicing that calm, steady confidence every single day. Your mindset is your greatest asset. Harness it and nothing can shake you. If this message hit home, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs this reminder. And remember, the journey to mastery starts inside your mind. Stay strong, stay calm, and I'll see you in the next video. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Seneca. What if I told you that within you lies an untapped well of power, waiting to break free? A limitless potential that's been quietly overshadowed by doubt, distraction, and hesitation. Imagine what your life could look like if you woke up every day fully aware of your capacity to shape your destiny, no longer held back by fear or self-imposed limits. In this video, we dive deep into the timeless wisdom of Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, who teaches us how to awaken and harness that infinite power inside. This isn't about quick fixes or empty motivation. It's about discovering practical, life-changing insights that have guided some of the most resilient minds in history. Stay with us till the very end, because every second you invest here brings you closer to unleashing the best version of yourself, someone unstoppable, focused, and free. This is your moment to tap into what's always been inside you, ready to break your chains and step into true potential. Let's begin. Number 1, embrace the power of the present moment. Let's dive into something that can unlock a vast, untapped power within you, embracing the power of the present moment. It sounds simple, being in the now, but mastering this is a game changer. Seneca, one of the great Stoics, reminds us that true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. This isn't just wisdom, it's a call to action, because your potential doesn't live in the past or the future. It lives in this very moment, right here, right now. You see, your mind often drifts. It lingers on past mistakes, regrets, or clings anxiously to what might happen tomorrow. This drifting drains your energy and blurs your focus. But the present moment, it's your only real possession. It's the space where action happens, where growth happens, where life actually unfolds. So what if you started treating the present moment as the most valuable asset you own? What if you stopped letting your attention get hijacked by worries or distractions? Imagine the power you'd harness just by training yourself to fully engage with what's happening right now. Here's a practical step for you. Start your day with a simple declaration. Tell yourself, I choose to be fully present now. Say it with intention. Then throughout your day, check in with yourself regularly. Ask, am I here fully engaged with this moment? If the answer is no, gently bring your focus back. Don't punish yourself. This is a muscle you're building. Seneca also teaches that it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Wasting time happens when your mind drifts away from the now. Stop stealing from your life by zoning out. Instead, anchor yourself in the present, where your will and your potential truly thrive. Here's another exercise. When faced with a challenge or decision, don't rush ahead with worries or doubts. Pause, breathe, focus on the immediate next step you can take. This small action grounds you in reality and builds momentum. It's how you conquer overwhelm and turn intention into real progress. By embracing the present moment, you're not just passively observing life, you're actively shaping it. You gain clarity because you're not clouded by what-ifs or regrets. You gain power because your energy isn't scattered. And most importantly, you tap into a deep well of potential that's always been within you, waiting to be unlocked. So start now. No waiting, no hesitation. Embrace this moment with full awareness. Let Seneca's wisdom guide you. Your time is now. Make it count. Number 2, cultivate inner resilience through self-discipline. All right, let's dive into something truly transformative. Cultivating inner resilience through self-discipline. This isn't just about sticking to a routine or forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. It's a profound practice that shapes the core of who you are, unlocking a limitless potential that Seneca often pointed toward in his teachings. You see, resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, it's about building the strength to face it head-on without breaking. And that strength, it grows from the roots of self-discipline. Seneca reminded us, no man is free who is not master of himself. That's a powerful truth. When you master your impulses, your distractions, your excuses, you reclaim freedom, the freedom to act with purpose, to stay steady when life rocks the boat. So how do you cultivate this inner fortress? Start small. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Pick one simple daily habit and commit to it with unwavering focus. It might be waking up at the same time every day, dedicating 10 minutes to mindful breathing, or cutting down on distractions like your phone during work. The key is consistency, not perfection. Here's a practical exercise for you. Every morning, set a clear intention to practice self-discipline in one specific area. Then, throughout the day, remind yourself of Seneca's words. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. When temptation or fatigue hits, pause and reflect. Are you resisting because it's truly unbearable or because your mind is creating excuses? This awareness is your ally. Another way to build resilience is by embracing discomfort. It sounds counterintuitive, but leaning into small challenges trains your mind to handle bigger ones. Say no to easy pleasures that don't serve your long-term goals. Hold yourself accountable, not because someone else is watching, but because you respect your own growth. That's the essence of self-discipline, doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Remember, resilience is not a trait you're born with, it's forged through deliberate practice. Seneca's wisdom encourages you to view setbacks as lessons, not failures. When you stumble, don't collapse. Stand up, dust off, and get back to your path. This mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones. To deepen your practice, try journaling each evening. Reflect on moments where you exercised self-discipline and where you let it slip. What triggered you? How did you respond? This reflection creates a feedback loop that sharpens your awareness and fuels your growth. Ultimately, cultivating inner resilience through self-discipline is your gateway to tapping into that limitless potential Seneca spoke about. It empowers you to navigate life's storms with calm and clarity. You don't have to be perfect, just committed. Start today, one disciplined choice at a time, and watch your inner strength grow beyond measure. Number 3, let go of external validation and focus on your own values. Letting go of external validation and focusing on your own values. It sounds straightforward, but it's one of the toughest habits to truly adopt. Think about it. How often do you find yourself chasing approval that's never fully satisfying? You post, you seek likes, you adjust to fit in, and yet there's always that lingering feeling of emptiness. That's because true strength, true freedom, lies in rooting yourself firmly in your own values, not in the shifting opinions of others. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic minds, taught us that it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Craving external validation is a form of poverty, a dependence on things outside your control. The moment you tether your self-worth to someone else's approval, you hand over your power. You become a puppet to the whims of external judgment. But when you shift focus inward, when your compass points to your own principles, something incredible happens. You become unstoppable. So how do you start this shift? Begin by asking yourself, what do I truly value? What principles am I willing to stand for no matter what? Write those down. These aren't just abstract words, but your personal code. Maybe it's honesty, resilience, kindness, or growth. Whatever they are, own them fiercely. Next, practice this. Whenever you feel the itch for approval creeping in, pause and breathe. Then ask, does seeking this validation align with my values? If not, let it go. This simple check-in rewires your mind to seek fulfillment from what you believe in, rather than what others think. Here's a practical exercise you can try right now. For 1 week, commit to one daily action that reflects your core values, no matter what anyone else says or thinks. Maybe it's speaking your truth, refusing to gossip, or showing patience in a tough moment. Notice how it feels to act from your own standard, not someone else. Remember, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. This quote nails the essence of living by your values. It's a daily, sometimes gritty, commitment to honor yourself above all else. This isn't about becoming indifferent to others, but about not letting their judgments shake your foundation. Imagine the peace and power you unlock when your self-worth no longer wavers with every comment, every glance, every opinion. You free yourself to focus on your growth, your mission, your joy. So take that step now. Start untangling yourself from the need for external approval. Shift your gaze inward. Let your values be the anchor that holds you steady, no matter the storm. The more you do this, the more you tap into a limitless potential that no one else can give and no one else can take away. Number 4, practice continuous learning and self-improvement. Let's dive into a truth that Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic minds, championed. Practice continuous learning and self-improvement. This isn't just about reading books or gaining new skills. It's about adopting a mindset that refuses to settle, that constantly pushes you to become a better version of yourself every single day. Imagine this. You wake up each morning with the quiet determination to sharpen your mind and deepen your wisdom. Seneca said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." That's a call to never get comfortable in what you already know. No matter where you stand today, there's always room to stretch beyond your limits. The moment you stop learning is the moment you begin to shrink. Now here, where it gets personal, you must treat your growth like a sacred duty, not a chore. This means actively seeking new ideas, questioning your beliefs, and embracing feedback without defensiveness. Growth isn't always easy. It demands humility and patience. But when you commit to it, you build a foundation so strong that no setback can shake you. Start simple. Dedicate just 10 minutes each day to something new, an idea, a skill, a reflection. Let this tiny habit become your anchor. Write down one insight each day that challenges how you think or behave. This simple act rewires your brain to crave growth. Seneca also reminded us, if a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Setting a clear goal for your self-improvement journey is crucial. What kind of person do you want to become? What habits do you want to cultivate? Define these with intention. This clarity fuels your motivation when the going gets tough. Here's a practical exercise. Choose one area you want to improve. It could be patience, discipline, or resilience. Then each day, find one way to practice it, whether it's pausing before reacting, sticking to a task despite distractions, or embracing discomfort. Track your progress. Notice how these small actions ripple into bigger changes. Remember, continuous learning is a lifelong pursuit. It's not about perfection but persistence. As Seneca wisely put it, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Don't waste your potential by standing still. Keep moving forward step by step, idea by idea. You hold the key to unlocking endless growth. Embrace the process with patience and passion. Let every day be a fresh opportunity to learn, to improve, and to inch closer to the limitless version of yourself. Your potential isn't just a dream, it's waiting for you to claim it. So, rise up and start now. Number 5, understand that obstacles are opportunities for growth. All right, let's dive into something that can truly unlock the vast potential inside you. Understanding that obstacles are not roadblocks, they are your stepping stones. This is a core wisdom from Seneca, who said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Think about that for a moment. Every challenge you face isn't there to stop you. It's there to shape you, to build your resilience and sharpen your mind. You have to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing obstacles as annoying interruptions or unfair punishments, start seeing them as invitations, inviting you to stretch beyond your current limits. When you hit a wall, that's where real growth happens. Growth isn't comfortable. It's gritty, it's messy, and it demands you to rise above your usual self. Here, what you need to do, the next time you face a problem or setback, pause. Don't react immediately with frustration or despair. Instead, ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can this make me stronger? This simple question changes everything. It pulls you out of victim mode and puts you in the driver's seat of your own life. Seneca also teaches us that external events are neutral. It's your judgment of them that causes suffering. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. That's where your power lives. So, start practicing this. When difficulties arise, view them as raw material for your growth, not a reason to quit. Try this exercise. Each evening, reflect on the day's challenges. Write down one obstacle you encountered and jot down at least one way it pushed you to improve or learn. This small habit rewires your brain to seek opportunity in hardship. Over time, you'll notice your mindset shifting. What once felt like burdens become tools in your personal forge. Remember, tapping into your limitless potential isn't about avoiding pain or difficulty. It's about using them to build strength. Like Seneca said, no man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. You want to prove yourself, right? You want to grow, to sharpen that will, to become the person you're meant to be. So commit to this mindset today. Welcome obstacles as your teachers. Stand tall in the face of hardship, knowing each challenge is crafting a stronger, wiser you. Don't run from struggle. Run toward it with courage and curiosity. You have an inner power waiting to be unleashed, and every obstacle you conquer is fuel feeding that power. Choose growth. Choose strength. Choose to see every difficulty as the opportunity it truly is. Your potential is limitless. Start acting like it. Remember, Seneca didn't just speak of potential, he lived it. Your limitless potential isn't some distant dream. It's waiting inside you right now. The only question is, will you tap into it or let it slip away? If this video fired something up inside you, don't let that spark fade. Like, subscribe, and share to keep this wisdom alive, and come back for more ways to unlock the power within you. Keep pushing, keep growing, and above all, keep believing. Your potential is limitless. Now go claim it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. What if I told you that losing, whether it's a job, a relationship, or a lifelong dream, doesn't have to break you? In fact, it can make you stronger than ever. Most people see loss as the end of the road, but the Stoics saw it as an opportunity to master yourself. In this video, we're going to explore the art of losing without losing yourself, a timeless Stoic skill that turns setbacks into stepping stones. You'll learn how to keep your inner peace unshaken, even when the world feels like it's falling apart. No more spiraling into regret, no more letting life's blows define who you are. Because here's the truth, resilience isn't about never falling. It's about standing back up with more clarity, strength, and purpose than before. Stay with me until the very end, because what you're about to hear isn't just philosophy, it's a toolkit for your mind. And by the time we're done, you'll know exactly how to face any loss without ever losing yourself. Number 1, embrace loss as a natural part of life, not a personal failure. Loss, it's something everyone faces, yet something many of us resist with all our might. When things slip through your fingers, whether it's a job, a relationship, or a goal, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeing that loss as a personal failure. But here's the truth you need to hear. Losing is not a reflection of your worth or your ability. It's simply part of the natural ebb and flow of life. The Stoics understood this deeply. One of the great Stoic emperors reminded himself that loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Nature itself is a master of transformation. Leaves fall, rivers shift course, seasons turn. So why should you be surprised or ashamed when your own life shifts? You have to reframe loss. Stop treating it like a judgment on who you are or what you deserve. Instead, see it as an invitation, a challenge to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You're not defined by what you lose, but by how you respond. Here's the power in that. You control your reaction. You can choose to see loss as a doorway, not a dead end. When you embrace this mindset, you release yourself from the crushing weight of shame and regret. You open space for learning and renewal. The great Seneca wrote, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions." But those ambitions are tested by loss, so embrace it. Let the discomfort teach you patience. Let the momentary pain sharpen your resolve. Instead of shrinking back, stand firm. Now, how do you start doing this? First, practice observing your losses without judgment. When something slips away, don't rush to label it a failure. Take a deep breath. Reflect on what's within your control and what's not. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. Focus your energy only on what you can change and let the rest go. Next, try this exercise. When faced with loss, write down 3 things you can learn from the experience. They don't have to be big or profound, just honest observations. This shifts your mindset from victimhood to active growth. Also, remind yourself daily, this too is part of life. Say it slowly, like a mantra. It anchors you in reality, reminding you that loss is universal, not personal. Remember, resilience isn't about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. It's about carrying yourself with dignity when the world tries to knock you down. When you accept loss as natural, you protect your inner self from breaking. So commit to this shift. Embrace loss not as failure, but as the Stoics did, as a necessary rhythm in the dance of life. When you do, you don't just survive losses, you rise through them. Number 2, maintain control over your reactions, regardless of external outcomes. When you face loss, disappointment, or failure, the natural impulse is to let your emotions run wild, to react sharply, to feel crushed, or to spiral into frustration. But here's the secret the Stoics whisper through time. You don't have to lose yourself in the storm. Your power lies in controlling how you respond, no matter what happens outside. Think about this. The world will always throw curveballs. You will stumble, plans will fall apart, outcomes won't match your hopes, but no one can force your mind or spirit to collapse. That choice, the choice to hold steady inside, is yours alone. A Stoic emperor who ruled amid chaos reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You must internalize this. You must make it your armor. Now, controlling your reactions doesn't mean shutting down your feelings or pretending you're fine when you're not. It means recognizing the raw surge of emotion, feeling it fully, and then choosing what to do next. You can acknowledge anger, sadness, or disappointment without being ruled by them. That's a subtle but crucial difference. Your feelings are messengers, not dictators. Here's a practical way to start. When something hits you hard, pause, just pause, take a deep breath. Let yourself feel the moment without immediate judgment or action. Ask yourself, is this reaction helping me? Is it who I want to be? You're creating a space where your response is a conscious decision, not a knee-jerk reaction. This tiny pause builds a bridge between stimulus and response. Over time, it becomes a habit, a powerful habit of self-mastery. Another key step is to remind yourself daily, external events are beyond your control. What you can control is your perception, your attitude, your inner dialogue. Epictetus, another great Stoic, said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Say that aloud. Feel it. Repeat it when chaos knocks at your door. And here's a challenge for you. Start a simple journal practice. Each evening, reflect on moments you lost your calm or felt overwhelmed. Write down what triggered you and how you responded. Then, imagine how you could have responded with more control. This isn't about judgment or guilt. It's about becoming aware and designing your reactions with intention. You might notice something remarkable. The more you practice this, the less external chaos shakes your core. Your peace becomes a sanctuary that no loss or failure can invade. You begin to own your experience rather than being owned by it. So don't wait for the perfect moment to master your reactions. It's happening right now with every breath you take. You are the captain steering your ship. Weather the storms, yes, but do it with calm, with clarity, with control. In this way, even when you lose, you never truly lose yourself. Number 3, use setbacks as opportunities to build inner strength and wisdom. You know, setbacks happen. They come crashing in when you least expect them, disrupting your plans, shaking your confidence, and tempting you to give up. But what if I told you that each setback is not a dead end, but a doorway? A doorway to something far greater than just surviving failure, an invitation to build the kind of inner strength and wisdom that no success alone can teach you. The Stoics understood this deeply, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think about that for a second. The very obstacles that feel like walls blocking your path, they are, in fact, the path itself. They are the raw material for your growth. So what if you started seeing setbacks not as humiliations or losses, but as deliberate teachers? Not as reasons to lose yourself in frustration or despair, but as opportunities to cultivate resilience. Every time something goes wrong, you get a chance to practice something vital: patience, humility, courage, and self-awareness. Each difficulty invites you to pause, reflect, and respond with intention instead of reacting blindly. Here's the truth. It's easy to feel beaten down when life doesn't go your way. But it's in those moments when everything inside you wants to shrink or rage that your inner strength is forged. You have to remind yourself, this is where the real work happens. You don't lose yourself here, you find yourself. You sharpen your spirit. Now I want you to try something. Next time you face a setback, pause. Don't rush to fix it or blame others. Take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? What is this moment teaching me about my limits and how I might surpass them? Write down your answers. This simple practice trains your mind to search for wisdom instead of defeat. And remember, Stoicism isn't about ignoring pain or pretending to be unshakable. It's about accepting what's beyond your control and focusing on what you can control, your attitude and your response. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So when life knocks you down, your power lies in how you choose to stand back up. Developing this mindset is a habit, and like any habit, it takes practice. Celebrate small victories, moments when you didn't crumble under pressure, when you responded with calm or insight. Let these moments build on each other until resilience becomes second nature. You have the power to transform setbacks into stepping stones, to turn loss into wisdom, to lose without losing yourself. So lean into the discomfort. Welcome the challenge. Your inner strength is waiting, and it grows only when tested. In the end, losing isn't a failure. It's an art, a necessary brushstroke in the masterpiece of your life. And every stroke brings you closer to the resilient, wise person you're meant to be. Number 4, detach your self-worth from temporary external circumstances. Look, this is huge. Your value isn't tied to the wins or losses flashing across your daily scoreboard. Your worth isn't pinned to a promotion, a relationship, a missed opportunity, or a tough break. Those things, they come and go. They're like weather, sometimes sunny, sometimes stormy. But you are something far more stable. You are the sky itself. The ancient Stoics nailed this when they said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." That means your suffering comes from the way you interpret what happens, not from the events themselves. You have the power. You can choose what truly matters. So here's your challenge. Stop letting external stuff, fame, failure, praise, criticism, dictate how you feel about yourself. That's a habit worth breaking today. When you tie your self-worth to what's fleeting, you become a puppet to circumstances. And the moment the strings snap, you feel lost, small, empty. Instead, anchor your self-worth inside. Root it deep in who you are at your core, your values, your effort, your integrity. These things don't vanish when you lose a game, get turned down, or face rejection. They remain. They are you. When you face setbacks, remind yourself, this is just a moment. It does not define me. Want a practical exercise? Try this. Every morning, look in the mirror and say out loud, "My worth is not measured by what happens outside of me. I am whole regardless." Say it until you believe it. Then, throughout your day, when a blow hits, pause. Catch the voice in your head that says, "I am less because of this." Challenge it. Replace it with, "This situation is temporary. My value is permanent." Another exercise. Journal at night about 3 things you did well, regardless of outcome. Focus on effort, kindness, resilience, or patience. Anything that reflects your inner character, not external results. Over time, you'll see your worth isn't a scoreboard. It's a steady flame that no loss can extinguish. Remember wisdom. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That strength comes when you refuse to give your power away to things you cannot control. Loss is inevitable, but losing yourself, that's optional. You're stronger than your setbacks. You're more than your circumstances. By detaching your self-worth from the temporary, you build a fortress inside, a resilient foundation that no defeat can shake. This is the essence of Stoic resilience. This is the art of losing without losing yourself. So start today. Choose to own your value, independent of what life throws at you. It's your most powerful act of freedom. Number 5, cultivate resilience by focusing on what you can control, not what you can't. When life hands you loss, disappointment, or setbacks, your instinct might be to scramble for answers, wrestle with the unfairness, or try desperately to control every part of the storm. But here's the truth you must hold close. You can only truly control one thing, your own mind and actions. The rest, that's a wild river flowing beyond your reach. One of the greatest Stoic minds reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This isn't just a feel-good phrase. It's a call to arms, to build resilience, the kind that keeps you upright and steady even when everything else seems to crumble. You have to anchor yourself in this powerful idea. So how do you start? First, you shift your attention. Instead of wasting precious energy wrestling with what's out of your control, you focus relentlessly on what is within your grasp. Your thoughts, your responses, your habits, your values, these are your fortress. Imagine your mind as a garden. You can't stop the weather, the rain, the storms, the harsh sun, but you can decide what seeds you plant, how you tend the soil, and which weeds you pull out. Every moment spent worrying about the uncontrollable is like trying to rearrange the clouds, futile and draining. Now I'm asking you, cultivate that garden. Each day, check in with yourself. Ask, what can I control right now? It might be how you breathe, how you speak to yourself, whether you get up after a setback or let despair settle in. You choose your attitude. Here's a practical exercise. When you face a loss, write down 2 lists. On one side, jot everything that's beyond your control: the actions of others, the outcome, the past, the weather, the chaos swirling around you. On the other side, list what you can influence: your effort, your perspective, your next steps. This simple act rewires your brain to focus on your sphere of power. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your reaction is your superpower. This means even if you lose, you do not have to lose yourself. You can respond with calm, with clarity, with strength. That is resilience. Another way to cultivate this focus is to practice mindfulness daily. Spend a few minutes observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Notice when your mind drifts to uncontrollable worries. Gently bring it back. This trains you to stay rooted in the present and anchored in what you can shape. The art of losing without losing yourself is not about passivity or resignation. It's about fierce, wise control over what is truly yours, your inner world. This focus builds an unshakable core, so when external losses come, and they will, you stand firm, not broken. So start today. Shift your gaze inward. Recognize the line between what's yours to master and what is. Let go of the latter with grace. Nourish what's yours with dedication. In this practice lies the secret to true resilience. You've got this. Your mind is your kingdom. Rule it wisely. Remember, losing doesn't mean losing you. It's in those moments of setback that your true strength is forged. Like said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. So, when life knocks you down, rise with resilience, unchanged at your core, stronger than before. If you want to build that unshakable inner fortress, keep practicing these Stoic principles daily. Embrace loss not as defeat, but as your greatest teacher. Don't just watch, take action. Reflect, adapt, and grow. If this video helped you see loss in a new light, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder. Stay strong, stay steady, and never lose yourself. Until next time, keep mastering the art of resilience. He who endures you conquers you. Elizabeth Kenny, often associated with Stoic wisdom. What if I told you that the most powerful response when someone hurts you is to do absolutely nothing? Sounds counterintuitive, right? In a world obsessed with reactions, payback, and proving people wrong, the idea of sitting still while the world seems to push you around can feel almost impossible. But what if I told you that this simple act, doing nothing, could actually give you more control, more peace, and more power than any argument, social media clapback, or revenge ever could? Imagine feeling calm when provoked, untouchable when criticized, and completely free from the chains of someone else's negativity. That's not just a lofty ideal, it's the core of Stoic philosophy in action. Doing nothing doesn't mean weakness. It means mastering your mind, your emotions, and ultimately your life. In this video, we'll dive deep into the Stoic secrets of restraint, detachment, and inner strength. Watch until the very end, because the lessons here aren't just theoretical. They're life-changing tools that will reshape the way you respond to hurt forever. Don't just survive, thrive silently and powerfully. Number 1, walking away preserves your inner peace. Imagine this. Someone hurts you, betrays you, or disrespects you in a way that makes your chest tighten and your mind race. The instinct might scream at you to respond, to explain, to correct, to make them feel the sting you feel. But the Stoics offer a different path, one that might feel strange at first but is profoundly liberating: doing nothing, walking away, choosing not to engage. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And that is the heart of it. You cannot control what others do, but you can absolutely control how much space their actions occupy in your mind. By walking away, by refusing to let their hurtful behavior consume you, you preserve your inner peace, and in that quiet, calm space, you find strength. It's not about weakness. It's not about surrendering. It's about valuing yourself more than the fleeting satisfaction of retaliation or the illusion of being right. When you choose to step back, you send a message, but not the one most people expect. You tell yourself first, I am in charge of my mind. I will not be dragged into chaos. And that is powerful. Every time you resist the urge to respond with anger, you are training your mind, sculpting it into a place of resilience. Think of it as a daily exercise in self-mastery. Each instance of walking away is like lifting weights for your soul, building strength quietly, steadily, invisibly. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time someone hurts you, pause, take a slow, deliberate breath. Notice the surge of emotion, the anger, the frustration, the desire to react, and simply let it exist without acting on it. Label it. This is my mind responding, this is not me yet. By giving your emotions a name, you create a small distance between feeling and action. Then, consciously choose to step back, even if it's just mentally. Remind yourself that your peace is more important than the momentary satisfaction of making them pay. You are not ignoring the injustice. You are prioritizing your own stability, your own mental clarity. Walking away also means refusing to feed the fire of negativity. Most conflicts escalate because both sides insist on being heard, on being right, on defending themselves. You break that cycle by simply stepping aside. Seneca put it beautifully. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Often, the sting you feel is by how much you cling to it, how much you replay the event in your mind. By walking away, you stop the cycle. You refuse to fuel it. You reclaim your calm. You show yourself that your happiness and tranquility are non-negotiable. Another exercise is reflection after the moment has passed. Each evening, think back to times you could have reacted but didn't. How did your decision to do nothing affect your state of mind? Did you feel lighter, more in control? Did you notice a sense of quiet pride knowing you didn't allow someone else's actions to dictate your emotions? Write it down. Celebrate it. Make it a habit to reinforce this choice daily. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. Walking away will no longer feel like restraint. It will feel like freedom. Here's the secret. Those who choose calm over conflict, silence over retaliation, ultimately gain more than those who fight. They gain clarity, focus, and an unshakable center. No one can take that from you. You carry it everywhere. When you walk away, you preserve your inner peace. You keep your mind clear. You maintain your dignity. And slowly, quietly, that calm becomes your armor, your power, your victory. You stop reacting to the chaos around you and start mastering the only thing that truly matters, yourself. Number 2, emotional detachment prevents them from controlling you. Think about the last time someone hurt you. Maybe it was betrayal, criticism, or a simple slight, and notice how quickly your mind spiraled. Anger, frustration, sadness, maybe even the urge for revenge. That's the trap. The moment you let your emotions react automatically, they're controlling you. You're giving them power you don't have to. Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The person who hurt you doesn't truly have control over you unless you hand it to them. Emotional detachment isn't about being cold or indifferent in a shallow sense. It's about realizing that your peace, your clarity, your focus is yours to guard, and refusing to let someone else take it. You can start by noticing when your emotions spike. That tightness in your chest, the heat in your face, the rush of words ready to escape your lips, all of these are signals. Stop, breathe, label what you're feeling. Say to yourself, this is anger, this is hurt, this is my mind reacting. Just numbing it creates a space between stimulus and response. You're no longer a puppet, you're observing, you're in the driver's seat. This small pause may seem insignificant at first, but it's a habit that grows stronger every time you practice it. Soon, you'll find that people's attempts to manipulate or provoke you fail. Their words bounce off like stones hitting armor. Emotional detachment doesn't mean ignoring reality either. It's not about pretending nothing happened or suppressing feelings until they explode later. It's about choosing where your energy goes. Reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You can acknowledge what happened, feel it, even mourn it if you need to, but you do it on your terms in your own time, not as a reaction to their actions. You are the gatekeeper. You decide what deserves your attention, your energy, your emotion. When you master this, you neutralize their influence entirely. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time someone hurts you, resist the urge to reply or retaliate immediately. Instead, close your eyes, take a slow breath and ask, what is within my control here? You can't control what they said, what they did, or how they intended it, but you can control your response. You can choose calm, you can choose clarity, you can choose action, or in this case, inaction, that serves your long-term peace rather than momentary satisfaction. Do nothing externally, but everything internally. This is the power of restraint. This is the power of emotional detachment. Another layer is reflecting daily. Each evening, spend a few minutes reviewing moments where your emotions flared. Did someone get under your skin? Did you almost respond impulsively? Think about how you could have paused, detached, and observed instead. Then visualize yourself in similar situations in the future, practicing calm, deliberate control. These mental rehearsals are not passive. They train your mind to act with wisdom, not instinct. You're building a muscle that grows with consistent practice. The ultimate truth here is liberating. No one can control you unless you let them. When you detach emotionally, their attempts to hurt, manipulate, or provoke simply cannot reach you. You're like water flowing past a rock, steady, undisturbed, unshaken. They may rage, they may gossip, they may try again, but you remain untouched, unhurried, unreactive. This is freedom. This is Stoic strength. This is quiet, undeniable power. Start today. Pause, breathe, observe, decide deliberately. When you master emotional detachment, you realize that doing nothing in the face of hurt is not weakness. It's the most potent action you can take. Number 3, silence can be a stronger response than retaliation. When someone hurts you, your instinct screams at you to respond. You want to speak, to defend yourself, to make them feel what you're feeling. But Stoicism teaches a radical idea. Sometimes the most powerful response is nothing at all. Silence isn't weakness, it's strength in disguise. Reminds us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Think about that for a moment. Every word you utter in anger, every action fueled by spite is giving a piece of your peace away. Every moment spent plotting retaliation is a moment spent outside your control. But when you choose silence, when you hold back, when you resist the urge to strike, you reclaim your power. You show that no one has the ability to dictate your calm. That is victory. You need to start seeing silence not as absence, but as a tool. It's deliberate. It's intentional. It's saying, without saying a single word, that you are not controlled by the whims of someone else's actions. Imagine the satisfaction of standing unshaken, letting the noise of anger, betrayal, or insults pass through you without leaving a mark. You're not ignoring the offense. You're choosing not to give it the energy it craves. The world is full of people who react instinctively. You, however, are choosing to act consciously. This is a practice, a muscle that grows stronger every time you resist the pull of immediate reaction. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time someone provokes you, pause, take a deep breath, observe the surge of emotions rushing through you. Label them. This is hurt, this is anger, this is pride. Then deliberately do nothing. Sit with the discomfort, notice how your body reacts, and let the moment pass. You're learning to separate your response from your emotions. It's hard at first. You'll feel the urge to explode, to say something sharp, to make your point. But the more you practice, the more you realize that true power lies in restraint. You're not a passive spectator in your life. You're the one in control of your mind and your actions. Silence also communicates more than words ever can. By refusing to engage in the chaos of retaliation, you set yourself apart. You show composure, clarity, and self-respect. Seneca said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." When you respond impulsively, you let the wind, others' actions, dictate your course. When you hold back, when you remain silent, you chart your own path. You signal that your peace is non-negotiable, that you are untouchable in your inner world. The irony is that those who seek to hurt you often end up frustrated by your silence. Your lack of reaction doesn't make them feel powerful. It exposes the emptiness of their attempt to control you. To deepen this habit, try a daily reflection. Identify moments where you felt the urge to retaliate, even in small ways. Ask yourself what you could have gained by remaining silent. Visualize holding back your words, letting the tension pass, and feeling your calm intact at the end. Over time, this exercise rewires your mind to see silence as an act of strength rather than surrender. Silence is not emptiness, it is mastery. It is a shield. It is a declaration that no one else controls your inner life. When someone hurts you, doing nothing may feel counterintuitive, but it is often the most potent response. Every time you resist the pull of reaction, you grow stronger. You reclaim your mind, your peace, your power. You prove to yourself in quiet yet undeniable ways that nothing external can touch you unless you allow it. This is the Stoic way. This is the way to be untouchable, unshakable, and completely free. Number 4, inaction reflects strength and self-mastery. When someone hurts you, your first instinct might be to react, to say something sharp, to defend yourself, to make them feel the same pain you feel. That's natural and it's human, but here's the Stoic truth. Doing nothing can be the most powerful response of all. Inaction, when chosen deliberately, isn't weakness, it's strength. It's self-mastery. Said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Think about that for a moment. You don't need to strike back. You don't need to prove a point or even explain yourself. Every impulsive reaction is like handing over your power. Every act of restraint is a declaration. I am in control of myself, and no one else dictates my peace. Doing nothing doesn't mean ignoring what happens. It doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending the hurt doesn't exist. It means choosing not to let someone else's actions control your mind. It's about observing, understanding, and then deciding that your energy is better spent elsewhere. You get to decide what deserves a response and what doesn't. You get to decide that your calm, your composure, your clarity are more important than temporary satisfaction. That's a radical shift, isn't it? From reacting to commanding your own mind. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time someone triggers a strong reaction in you, pause, breathe deeply, count to 10 or 20. Watch your thoughts like clouds passing across the sky. Notice the impulse to lash out, to argue, to defend yourself. Label it. This is anger, this is pride, this is fear. And then choose to act from reason, not impulse. Often the action is no action at all. You're not giving up. You're asserting control. You're showing that your power doesn't depend on others. It comes from within. Seneca reminds us, he is most powerful who has power over himself. Let that sink in. Strength isn't about dominating others or forcing the world to bend to your will. Strength is calmness in the face of provocation. Strength is knowing you don't need to respond to every insult, every slight, every betrayal. Strength is creating a space inside yourself where peace is untouchable, where no one's words or deeds can shake you. That's the kind of power the world respects, often without even realizing it. Another exercise to build this habit is reflection. Each evening, take a few minutes to review your day. When were you tempted to react? When did you hold back? Did your inaction feel uncomfortable at first? That's normal. Growth often feels strange before it feels natural. Celebrate the moments when you resisted, when you stayed composed, when you chose calm over chaos. These are your victories. Write them down. Revisit them often. Let them remind you that doing nothing isn't passive, it's deliberate. It's strategic. It's proof that you are in control of your own mind. The beauty of inaction is that it shifts the power dynamic entirely. You no longer give anyone else the satisfaction of seeing you spiral, of watching you crumble under their actions. You silently rise above. You keep your dignity intact. You conserve your energy for growth, for focus, for living according to your values. You are no longer reactive. You are deliberate. You are the master of your inner world, and that mastery radiates outward, influencing everything you do. So start practicing today. Pause before responding. Observe your impulses. Choose calm over reaction. Celebrate your quiet victories. Build the muscle of self-control. Over time, you'll notice something remarkable. The world loses its grip on you and your sense of peace becomes unshakable. Inaction is not absence. It is strength. It is clarity. It is the silent power of someone who knows that the truest mastery comes not from changing the world around them, but from mastering themselves. Number 5, time reveals the futility of their actions. When someone hurts you, the instinct is immediate. React, defend, prove them wrong, or show them they can't mess with you. But Stoicism teaches you a different path, a path that feels counterintuitive at first but carries a power few truly understand. Time, your most loyal ally, quietly exposes the futility of their actions. Seneca once said, "Time heals what reason cannot." Think about that. The passage of time doesn't just dull pain. It reveals the emptiness behind their anger, their betrayal, their attempts to control or hurt you. Their actions, no matter how sharp or cutting in the moment, will lose weight and meaning if you refuse to feed them with your reaction. You have the choice to step back and watch, to allow the natural order of things to play out. You need to realize that not reacting is not weakness, it's strength. It's choosing to conserve your energy for what truly matters, your own life, your own growth, your own peace. When someone tries to provoke you, imagine it like a rock thrown into a pond. You can jump in and thrash, or you can let it ripple and settle. Over time, the disturbance dissipates and the pond returns to its calm state. That's what time does. The moment is transient. The insult, the betrayal, the jab, they are all fleeting. And when you do nothing, when you refuse to give their actions power, you let time do its work. Here's an exercise to help you practice this. The next time someone hurts you, pause, breathe, count to 10, then count to 50. Remind yourself that the immediate emotional reaction is not the only path. Write down your feelings if it helps. Let the words pour onto the page instead of exploding in action. Then set it aside. Watch, observe. In hours, days, even weeks, you will see a change. The sting that felt unbearable at first begins to fade. The energy of the act shifts from the other person to nothing at all. You will start noticing how their efforts to shake you up lose their force, how their actions, meant to control or destabilize you, fall flat in the grander scheme. Teaches a powerful perspective. How much time he saves who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only at what he does himself. Let their actions be their concern. Let your concern be your own character, your own conduct. Time will highlight their futility, and you will grow stronger, more composed, more resilient. Each moment you choose to do nothing, to step aside, to let the universe work its course, you are building a mental muscle no external force can shake. Another way to anchor this habit is through reflection. Each night, look back at the moments that provoked you. Ask yourself, did my reaction change anything about the other person, or did it only disturb my own calm? Could I have stayed quiet, let the moment pass, and trusted that time would reveal the truth? Over time, you will see patterns. You will see that people's attempts to hurt, manipulate, or provoke often unravel on their own. Their effort to disturb your peace is temporary. Your choice to remain still, composed, and unreactive is permanent. Doing nothing doesn't mean being passive. It means being deliberate, patient, strategic. It means understanding that in the grand flow of life, the weight of someone else's action is nothing compared to the weight of your own mind, your own choices, your own serenity. Time magnifies this, and as you embrace this practice, you will notice a transformation. Their actions lose significance. Your peace grows. The world may continue its chaos, but you will stand like a quiet, unshakable mountain. That is the power of doing nothing. Let time be your guide, your witness, and your shield, and watch as the futility of their attempts to hurt you becomes undeniably clear. Remember, true strength isn't always in reacting, it's in choosing not to react. As once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Every time someone tries to hurt you, doing nothing doesn't mean weakness. It's your ultimate form of control. If you take even one lesson from this video and apply it to your life, you'll notice a freedom you never felt before. The freedom from anger, from frustration, and from the need to prove yourself. So the next time someone pushes your buttons, pause, breathe, and do nothing. You'll be surprised how powerful silence can be. If this video opened your eyes to the power of restraint, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a lesson in mastering your mind. And remember, Stoic strength is built in the quiet moments, not the loud ones. Stay strong, stay calm, and let your actions, or in this case, your inaction, speak for you.